Hey guys, this is Danny Boy. So this is the final mission. This is the second half of Earth of the finale. This is it. I will be using the Valkyrie like I said, and it was a really stupid decision, but I didn't care. I knew it would be, but whatever. Don't care. Wanted to show it. Hadn't been able to show it before, and just as things worked out, that's when I happened to get it right when I was doing this mission, so whatever. There's going to be a little plot. You guys can skip that if you'd like. Alright, so yeah, the Valkyrie is, I don't know, I don't know after all this. To use it for the first time ever on the final mission with all the finality, I don't know. It did crap for damage, I'll just say that. I mean, for body shots, it does absolute crap for damage. It's level 1, but I mean, if you guys have followed my videos, you know that I don't upgrade my weapons anyway. And there's plenty of other weapons at level 1 that do way more damage on body shots than the Valkyrie. Now, it is a battle rifle. It is similar to the Vindicator and the Matuk. The Matuk, not the Matak, the Matuk. That's how it's pronounced, as I have been told. And you are supposed to get headshots with this weapon. That's the goal. But I am a freaking Vanguard. I'm a Vanguard. And I like to charge and do all of the charging and what have you. So that wasn't really happening, generally speaking. Very rarely do I even bother going for headshots with this thing. So all the way around, I am essentially just playing like a really gimpy Vanguard powers build throughout this. I'll be relying mostly on biotic detonations throughout this to beat it. And this was so long. This was such a long mission. Many parts to this mission. So, still have a ways to go. I am so tired right now, by the way. I have no idea if you guys can tell, but I am so freaking tired right now. So much to do. But also, there were some deaths that I'm editing out for the sake of brevity. They were not educational, they were mainly flukes. Like charge just failing to work for whatever reason, just bugging out, so I died. Or Banshee stabbing me through the face after a charge, even though the other 15 charges she didn't, but that time she thought it would be a good idea. Stuff like that. Still don't really know how that works. If she indicates when she's going to sync kill you before she sync kills you, or whatever. Don't know. So I am still afraid of charging Banshees most of the time, because it seems like there's always a chance that she'll just instantly kill you, no matter what you do. Don't know. But anyway, so again, because the Valkyrie does such just piss-poor damage, I'm going to be spending most of my time setting up biotic pulls, making sure to use party members to rip these guys' shields away, setting up detonations, and then charging in on them. For the most part, that's what I'll be doing. I never actually used the Valkyrie before this either, so I didn't know how it was going to perform. I had no idea. I figured it was going to be a battle rifle, and thus wouldn't do good damage up close and personal, just spamming it. I mean, that seems to be how it was designed, so I assumed it would be a really terrible idea. But I didn't know. But after doing this, yeah. Not a good idea. I mean, as you can see, especially on this mission, of all the missions, everybody on this mission, either the cannibals spawn with their pseudo-armor, they spawn with increased health regeneration, even if they don't eat other guys, it seems. Lots of marauders, harvesters, Rachni, Banshees, everything. It's just a terrible mission to use this for the first time ever. Even with armor-piercing ammo and mods and what have you. Granted, they're low-level mods, but still. And I'm also a Vanguard, so I have no real long-range abilities, powers to support its damage either. All I have is, pull, and then charge, but most of the time it's too dangerous to charge, in most cases. So I have to be really defensive, and it was just terrible. This was terrible, all the way around. It was a burden to get through. It was not a very enjoyable experience at all. It was a burden to get through. I felt much more entertained by my engineer when I did this sequence. And I didn't even know what was going to happen in that one. I still don't have a great idea of it. At least I got a sync kill. Boom. I still didn't have a great idea. I mean, I've done it once. All I really remembered, it was all kind of a blur. I just remembered there were lots and lots of guys everywhere. I did remember that there would be a Banshee here. So it's best to kind of just back up. And this took forever. That's another thing. Everything just took forever. Every time I was facing a Banshee or a Brute or even just a Ravager, it always took forever because all I have at long range is this freaking Valkyrie. And it does not do good damage. I mean, just watch. There's one clip. Okay, we got a tick off. Yippee. And of course, my party members also have no anti-armor ability, barring Proximity Mine, which of all the anti-armor abilities is one of the worst that you can find. It does really poor damage compared to a max level Incinerate. So it's just me whittling away with Valkyrie and pulls every now and then. Pull does do a little bit of damage, not a lot, but it does. Over time, it will help. And I'm just too afraid to charge. I don't wanna run the risk of dying. No charges. Not worth it anymore. I'm to the point that I will only charge on a Banshee if I absolutely have to. I'm not going to do it to speed things up. I'm not going to do it for the hell of it. I'm just only going to do it if I would die or take significant damage otherwise. I.e., I have no shields. Now I feel safe. Now I can charge. Granted, there were only all 2 guys left anyway. Just die.
We'll try to clear the building.
My kingdom for a shotgun. Please. But I said I was going to do it with the Valkyrie, so I did it with the Valkyrie. Hopefully you guys now have seen the Valkyrie, and yay, yay, Valkyrie, yay! After this series is over, I am going to finish up my target practice and live fire series. Those will be done forever, ideally. Unfortunately, I do have to occasionally update them with annotations when things change, because some things have changed over time. And then I have another series I'm going to do, and then I'm going to go to my next playthrough. Yeah, I'm using Garrus with the Falcon, which I actually thought was kind of amusing. He wasn't super effective with it, but it is kind of cool just having a party member spitting out grenades. He tends to miss. The vast majority of the time, but whatever. I was hoping that these brutes would close a little faster, like right there. If he had just done that a second ago, I would have been able to get a biotic detonation off of that husk, but it did not work out that way. And this also sucked. I was really hesitant to just spam Novas on these guys. Finally, I just say, okay, whatever, this is taking forever. I think I should run out of ammo even, or come close to it. Because I didn't want to be out of shields, then randomly just get hit. Because I mistimed a roll or something. So I was trying to be really defensive. I also didn't want to res my party members because I have so little metagel. But again, eventually it's just like, you know what? This is taking forever. Like right there. If I hadn't been at full shields, I would have died. That would have been a problem. Don't want to die. I'm kind of disappointed at how little damage the Valkyrie does against armored opponents. And I do realize it's at level 1, I don't have like a level 5 damage mod on it or anything. I haven't really had the opportunity to directly compare its stat to the other battle rifles. I'll have to actually do that. Because right now it just kind of seems like a lesser Vindicator. But I don't know. And this is where I started spamming Novas to just finish them off. And I also didn't realize how effective Nova would actually be against taking out chunks of their armor. It actually did a lot of damage really quickly, so I will use that a bit more later when I'm actually facing, or just when I'm facing other brutes. As I said, this is going to be broken up into multiple parts, because otherwise this would be over an hour long, this video. Close to 2 hours long, I think. Especially with all the plot. My final video for the series is going to just be the ending, and all the stuff leading up to the ending, so after the final fight is over. And it's like 40 minutes long, so if you're interested in that, it'll be out. And I'm afraid to charge in there because there is a Ravager. Eventually I'm just going to commit because I see that I can kind of duck out of cover, or duck into cover, rather, to the right. Right now I'm just trying to move them towards me with pull and then finish them off. But as you can see, I mean, the Valkyrie does no damage at all to these Ravagers. If I had a Widow right now, he'd be dead. He'd already be dead. He would have been dead 30 seconds ago. Also, the damage mod looks really, really wonky on this weapon, on the actual model. I think the model is just a modified Falcon. It looks really similar to the Falcon, just different colors and a slightly different muzzle, barrel. The Falcon, too, if you actually look at the Falcon with the damage mod, it looks ridiculous. It's a grenade launcher, and you put this tiny little tube on the end, and that somehow modifies it. Makes no sense at all. Lazy. Lazy. This is about done, though. Speaking of lazy, after seeing the ending for the second time, with different choices... Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Just, yeah. Kind of unfortunate. Alright guys, but this is plot, and then a little running. I think I kill like 3 husks or something. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the rest of this video, of this mission. Please sub if you like what I'm doing. Please give me likes if you like what I'm doing. It helps to spread my work. It helps people find my stuff on YouTube when they're looking for Mass Effect videos, Mass Effect 3 videos. Alright guys, have a good one.